another edition of the Board Game Classroom. Every year, I take my students on a trip. I've gone up north, I've gone camping with my students, I have gone to Washington, D.C. with my students. And I always bring some games. Because at night, there's always something, a little bit of downtime. Now in D.C., the downtime is a lot less, and we're always very tired. When we're camping, we usually find some downtime. And one of the fun games that have come out of our camping experiences with my students is Castle Panic. Castle Panic has been fun to play around a fire with the kids. I've gone through a couple copies of this because when you take things camping, things happen. But Castle Panic is just a lot of fun because it's unpredictable. You don't always quite know what's going to happen and can be quite difficult to play. Castle Panic is easy to play, I shouldn't say difficult to play, but the challenge of playing it can be quite difficult because lots of things could happen. Let's take a quick look at Castle Panic. Here I have Castle Panic mostly set up for you. The game is played as you are defenders of a castle and you have hordes of monsters attacking you. The game is divided up into several rings. There's a forest ring, an archer ring, a knight ring, a swordsman ring, and then the castle itself, which is surrounded by walls and its towers. You need to survive all the monsters that are drawn. Here's a monster bag that I use. It came with an expansion. I just use it for the game because I love it. And you draw the monsters and see what happens. Now, if all your towers are gone, the game is over. You want to survive all the monsters in the bag before all your towers go. You are responsible on your turn to make sure you have the correct hand card. So for example, if you have 5 players, you get 5 cards. You have the option to discard and draw a card. You can trade cards with other people, which might be very beneficial. I let the kids talk and make strategies during that time. It makes sense to me to do that because if you were defending the castle, you would be working together with people. And then you would play the cards you need to fight for you. For example, your archer can hit one monster in the green archer ring. So if you got a monster showing up here or here, the archer can cause 1 wound to it. The hero, if you have the hero card to play, like this one, you can hit 1 monster in the archer, knight, or swordsman ring of the red arc. So that's a good one to play if you have lots of stuff going on in that red arc. It's when the monsters get to the castle that causes the problems. And lots of things could happen. Say a monster in the 3rd ring, you draw a boulder, and you roll a die, and it says in the 5th ring, a boulder comes out, and it hits this wall. Well, all of a sudden, now you lost a defensive point. Now, when a monster, say I'll put a monster out here, say a monster for some reason gets to this point, and when the turn comes after you play your cards and the monsters move, they would hit the wall and take a point of damage. And then the next turn they're going to move around the wall, or depending on if there's no wall, into the castle, causing damage. And that's how these towers get out. Now the monsters end up killing themselves, but if they're worth a lot of hit points and you don't take them out, they're going to start taking out large chunks of your castle, and that's not good. And some other things could happen as well. You might come across a boss monster, and there's a couple boss monsters that come out that do different things. You might pull out the play card, which makes you discard certain cards from your hand. You might have a tile come out that allows certain monsters to move. So that can cause you no end of headaches. So we lost. The monsters invaded and destroyed the castle. As I was trying to explain the game, the monsters invaded and all has been lost. The knights, the archers, the swordsmen, even the barbarian have been destroyed. The monsters have won the day. If I've learned anything with playing Castle Panic, we lose more than we win. And each expansion actually makes the game harder. New challenges, more fun, but you know what? With a cooperative game, those challenges make it more exciting. The students love playing it. It's been a good one to take on trips. Box isn't too big. It's easily packed. It's a little bit messy, the game. You need a table. We've always been able to find a good surface so we play this on, sometimes even a tree stump we've actually used on this. We've had a coat down and put it on. We played it in the snow. That's actually how we ruined one of the games, but it was worth it. We had a lot of fun playing it. So Castle Panic, play it on a class trip sometime. Take it on a field trip with you, especially on a long one where you have some downtime at lunch or something. It's a good one to do. The kids really do enjoy it. They like that cooperative spirit of the game. It's a cooperative game. Have at it. Give Castle Panic a chance. It'll be worth your time. Thank you for watching another edition of the Board Game Classroom.